I'm Nohelani Graff with your most accurate forecast on this Halloween Saturday. A nice start to the day with mild temperatures in the 60s. So not exactly sweater weather like we saw earlier in the week, but still cool. Maybe a light long sleeve, especially if you're going to be outside this morning taking a bike ride around the neighborhood. We'll actually linger in the 60s through that 9 o'clock hour. By 10 o'clock, we warm into the 70s at lunchtime. Noon, that's when we cross over into the 80s, and we'll continue to climb into the upper 80s from there right around 3 o'clock this afternoon. So across the East Valley, we're looking at a high of 88 degrees in Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, Santan Valley, and Apache Junction, 87 in Paradise Valley and Ahwatukee, 86 in Cave Creek, low 80s in Carefree. The average for this time of year should be 83 degrees, so we are running a little warm compared to where we should be. Across the West Valley, 88 degrees in Wickenburg, Avondale, Peoria, as well as those Deer Valley neighborhoods. Anthem, just a few degrees cooler than that at 85 degrees. Now later tonight, maybe if you want to up the spooky factor on this Halloween, take the kids out to the backyard and have a moon watching party. It is a blue moon this evening because it's the second moon that we've had, full moon that we've had in a month. That moonrise is going to be at 5:59. We'll see a few passing clouds, but we will have times of clearing so that you can see it. And this is a rarity because we won't have a full moon on Halloween again until the year 2039. And as that moon comes up, we'll still be in the 80s, but by 8 and 9 o'clock, we'll be cooling into the 70s and then dropping even lower than that into the 60s in those overnight hours. Highs across the state today, upper 80s to our south in Casa Grande and Tucson, coming close to 90 in Yuma and along our western border in Lake Havasu City and Bullhead City. 70s today in Prescott and Payson, coming close to 80 in Sedona, and much cooler north of the rim. We'll be in the upper 60s today from the Grand Canyon on down through Show Low, and 70 degrees in Window Rock and Page today. You'll see a few more clouds stream in after lunchtime today across the valley and southern Arizona, but staying mostly clear across northern Arizona. And then we get some breezes Sunday, which will push out most of the clouds, but it will be a little windy at times here in the valley, around 5 to 15 miles an hour, but we could occasionally see gusts up to 20 miles an hour. Across the high country, those breezes a little bit calmer with gusts up to 15 miles an hour. Then we start November off in the 90s once again, and we look to stay in the 90s for the next 7 days.